Broadway Comedy Club. He's gonna be funny as fuck. Beautiful, my boy, Rohan Mahashami. Let's think of it.
Yeah, right, Josh. Thank you. Oh man, I love. Anyone here watch the Olympics? Right? You guys saw? Sorry, did anyone here hate watch the Olympics? I was doing that for Noah Lyles. You know, and I was hate watching him because he was out here being mad disrespectful to the NBA for no fucking reason whatsoever. He was like, "Yo, NBA champs, y'all ain't world champs," and then like he ended up placing third in the Olympic race, and the entire NBA community was like, "Yo, fuck you, motherfucker!" Like that was great, you know. Man, So I broke up with a chick recently, and I'm over it, but I'm not over the way that she broke up with me. You know, she gave me an iPhone with like a bunch of cracks in the screen, and I was like, hey babe, this isn't working. And she goes, yeah, exactly. And then just fucking walks away, and I was like, damn, all right. So I have horrible ADD. You know, in fact, it's so bad. My ex-girlfriend used to be like, Ron, you suffer from attention deficit disorder. And I was like, babe, if you see me suffering so much, you should tell shorter stories. So is Kamala Harris Indian or black? Can we decide? To me, I'm gonna say that she's Indian. And I only want her to be Indian so that when she's up on stage giving up like the State of the Union or something, and I hope she wears the bindi on her forehead. I just want to see the confusion with the Secret Service. They'd be like, hey, President, get down, you have a red dot on your forehead. So my parents are super religious, so in school, when I was in grade school, they used to like make me wear that to school, and what's great is it actually helps because a lot of times I used to get great grades, and it's because this red dot is actually the reset button in life, so it's great. So I'm Hindu, as you guys could have guessed, and thank you. And so because of that, I believe that cows are sacred. But only the ones that are served at Longhorn Steakhouse. It's great. I love those French cows, especially. The filet mignons. All right. Let's do one more Hindu joke. I'm Hindu. I believe in reincarnation, but there's some situations that really confuse me. Like an aborted fetus. How does that work? Does it come back as the person who shows up to business meetings and where everyone's like, sorry, this is for partners only? Either way, nobody fucking wants you. Alright, let's stick with this reincarnation theme. I read a horrible story in India. A baby burst into flames 4 separate times because of spontaneous combustion. So the kid's parents were like, what the fuck happened, right? So they went to a bunch of Hindu witch doctors and priests, and they did a bunch of research, and they found out that in the kid's previous life, the baby was a trick birthday candle. I'll let you guys I'll give it a minute for you guys to get that one. Those trick birthday candles, they never stop lighting up, So I was watching a documentary on Hitler, and I found out that Hitler was vegetarian. And to me, I feel like that's his worst quality. I was on the fence about him before, but now I was like, just strike 3, Hitler. You're canceled. One of my best friends is Jewish, and he always he's a great guy, but I always feel like he has Nazi Tourette's. He likes to call people and things Nazis that he disagrees with. So one time we were waiting for the NJ Transit, and it was like 20 minutes late, and he goes, "NJ Transit, those fucking Nazis." And I looked at him and I was like, "Bro, if NJ Transit were Nazis, you would already be on that train. It's not going to Penn Station." What'd you call it? So right now is a Hindu holiday coming up. It's called Ganesh Chaturthi. It's to honor the elephant god, Ganesh. He's like the god of wisdom, knowledge, shit like that. And I was like, why? And the story is pretty crazy. He's an elephant god because his pops chopped his head off and put an elephant just to please his wife, which is nuts. Like, you know, like and now this dude's an elephant god. Like, it's pretty wild. And what's funny is each god has a vehicle, right? Each Hindu god has a vehicle that they travel on. This elephant god travels on a mouse. So this elephant just sits on top of a mouse. Like an elephant sitting on top of a mouse and just travels around doing some bullshit. It's pretty wild. So I went on a date recently, and before the date, I decided to take Adderall because I wanted it to be like a performance enhanced date, right? Most people, when you think of a performance enhanced date, you probably think like Viagra, Cialis, but think about it. What's more impressive, a really hard cock, or looking at a person and saying, very interesting for 45 minutes, you know? I was with my ex-girlfriend and we were chilling. I showed her a Holocaust documentary, and afterwards she was like, "You know, I'm never gonna complain again." And I was like, "Yeah, I know. That's why I showed it to you. You complain way too much." Anyone here get that new NCAA football game? Yeah, it's a great game, but it got me thinking, like, when you do it, you gotta recruit people. And are college scouts just basically professional pedophiles? You know, like they go to high schools and middle schools and they look at kids' bodies, and you know, and they're like, "Oh, you got," and they rate it with a 1 to 5 stars, or like just like they're like, "Oh, you 5 stars," you know, or like, "Hey, 5 stars, 5 stars." I would hate to be the 1-star person, like, you know, like just like there's I guess that's a participation star, you know, just because. I was playing basketball recently, and I was guarding this deaf guy, and I went up for a layup, and he blocked the shit out of my shot. And he looks at me, and he goes, "Not in my house." I was like, "Fuck!" I can't even talk trash back to him because he's deaf. So it was like, shit. And so all right, I'm not gonna talk. I'm gonna let my game do the talking. No, that didn't work either. So I was like, all right, cool. I went on another date recently, and the chick was like, "Hey," like afterwards, like it was pretty successful, and I was taking her back to my place, and before opening the door, she was like, "Wait, are you gonna kill me?" And I was like, "Oh, no." And she was like, "All right, let's come in." And I was like, "Is that your screening process for killers?" You know, like just are you gonna lose based on the honor code itself? You know? All right, I'm Rohan Mahashabde. Thank you so much.
Let's go. Yes. Rohan, ladies and gentlemen.